Welcome to Open Line, Ray. How can I help you?
Okay, my question is kind of weird.
Okay, then I'm not accepting any weird questions, Ray. We're going to have to... No, I'm just joking you. Go ahead.
Numbers 22, verse 23 and following. It's the story of Balaam and his talking donkey. The Bible says that God opened the mouth of the donkey, and the Bible says that God opened the eyes of Balaam, but it does not say that God opened the eyes of the donkey to where he could first see the angel. Is there anything in the Hebrew that implies that God did that, or does it just say that the donkey saw that?
Well, obviously the donkey saw it. He didn't want to go. She didn't want to go forward. But I'm sure even a donkey wouldn't have seen that, except that God opened the eyes of the donkey to see the angel of the Lord. I mean, that's just implied, but I think the bigger surprise is that God opened the mouth of the donkey. Really? Can you imagine?
Yeah. And I'm surprised at Balaam's reaction. You know, he just starts talking to him like it was a common thing. But
well, yeah, but that again, it's a mistake to assume that the text of the Bible reveals everything that actually happened in the event.
Okay.
This is written down, and if the author didn't think it was important that he said, "What? How did you learn how to talk?" or anything like that, then he's not going to put it in. It's irrelevant. He's telling it as briefly and quickly as he can. I think that's one of the things that people do sometimes when they read biblical narratives. They think if something isn't mentioned, it didn't happen, or that it should have happened, and the author should have mentioned it, and that's just not the case. The author's going to say what he thinks is what's significant, and he's not sitting around thinking, "Oh, what are they going to say? What did Eve think when the serpent talked to her?" Moses didn't care about that. Moses doesn't care about how Balaam's going to respond to the donkey. No.
Okay.
What he wants. This is what he wants us to learn. Okay, and I think sometimes we read this narrative because what happens in chapters 23 and 24, the next two chapters, you get 4 prophetic oracles by Balaam. Now, Balaam's not a good guy. In Numbers 31, we find out he's the one that led Israel astray with the Moabite and Midianite women and idolatry. He's not a good guy. So I'm reading this book, and I think, how in the world can I trust what Balaam is saying if he's a bad guy? Isn't he a false prophet? And Moses' point is, he sets it up with the narrative of the donkey. Basically, it's saying if God can open the mouth of this donkey here in chapter 22, then he can open the mouth of that donkey in chapters 23 and 24. And that's the point of that.